Doing? First of all, look at these beautiful flowers that my beloved got for me today. Receiving my flowers. You're receiving your flowers too. I love that for you. Okay. I had to get on and tell you about this thing that happened yesterday and what came to me. It's really brilliant. Okay. So, uh, Billy and I were at dinner and it happened to come up the other day. My Our friend came over and he was telling us this like really enthralling story, and we hadn't seen him in a while. And um, as like I was sitting, I'm always sitting kind of crazy. I was like sitting like this, and like the skirt I was wearing, Billy could like see up my skirt, and he was like trying to like signal to me, and I was like, "What? Huh?" And like finally I figured it out, and I like adjusted. But as the story went on, I like apparently went back to the normal sitting position I was in, and it wasn't a big deal. Billy didn't make a big deal of it, but he does have some things to grapple with it himself, and so he was talking to me about it, and I was thinking about Lady Godiva, which is a legend that has like kind of always resonated with me. And I had to look it back up because no one ever talks about it. So I was like, what is it again? And why did that come to me as he's telling me about that? Um, and so Lady Godiva, let me tell you, she is based on this real person from like the 12th century or something. And she was this really wealthy, beautiful, and generous woman. Okay. She would always like give her money to the church and to the poor people. And so the legend of Lady Godiva is that, okay, she's this rich, wealthy lady who is married to a lord who is like in charge of taxing the people. And so he's levying these really oppressive taxes. And so Lady Godiva is like, husband, please lower these freaking taxes, okay? And she keeps asking him, and he is refusing. Finally, weary of her asking, he goes, okay, fine. I will grant your request to lower the taxes if you ride on a horse naked through the streets of town. Okay. Expecting her to be like, oh, but my queen, my girl, Lady Godiva was like, okay, bet, babe. And so she issues this proclamation and she's like, okay, everyone stay indoors and close your windows. Don't look out the window. And then she strips down naked and gets on a horse and rides through the streets of town naked, only covered by her long hair. Like, oh, so hot. I don't know. I always like loved that, idea. Okay. And so she's riding through the streets of town naked. She told everyone to like look away and don't look out the window. One guy disobeys her order and looks at her. This is actually where we get the phrase peeping Tom. So the peeping Tom disobeys the order and sneaks a peek at her, and he's immediately struck blind because he was disobedient. I love that. It brings up so many things. One, like there's this part in the Bible where the apostles are like, they see some prostitutes, some women working in prostitution, selling their wares, minding their business. And the apostles ask Jesus, they're like, what are we supposed to do about those like women who are like selling their wares, like, and their titties are out? What's going on? And Jesus is like, gouge out your own eyes, lest they tempt you to sin. Right. And that's kind of how I felt about it. And I was thinking like, why did all this come to me? I think because, I was in my own house, and I was, if you've been around me, I like am never wearing clothes in my own house because it's my own house and I can do whatever I want. And if you're like talking to me and I get into it, sometimes there'll be a nip slip. Sometimes you'll see my pussy. And how I feel about it is like, you're fucking lucky to get to behold me. So either avert your eyes or shut the fuck up, or shut the fuck up. And so, yeah, Jesus agrees with me. Gouge out your eyes, lest you be tempted to sin. And then, yeah, this story of Lady Godiva came up, where this woman, in an attempt to get her husband to lower the taxes, he was like, okay, fine. If you ride through the streets naked, then I'll do it. And she does it. She tells everyone to like look away and don't come outside. A peeping Tom, which is where we get the word peeping Tom, looks out the window, disobeys her and looks out the window at her, and he's immediately struck blind. as the legend goes. I love that. God was just like, nope, I'm taking your eyes. She told you not to look and you did it. um, yeah. Anyway, by the way, if this is your first time seeing me, hi, my name is Sheba. And like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell because ooh, I've got some great things coming through. Okay, anyway. The other day, my last video, if you saw, it was this song, Good King Wenceslas, came to me. It's this Christmas carol. And that song, I looked up the lyrics, and is actually about this king who has all this wealth, and he sees this beggar who is, gathering firewood. It's like a snowstorm, and he's like trying to gather wood. And the king is like, okay, let's bring him food and wine and firewood, and we're going to go give him all this stuff. And so him and his page go out in the snow, and they are taking all this stuff to this poor man. And as they're going, like the snow is picking up, the wind is picking up, it's dark. And his page is like, sire, like, I don't know how I can go on, okay? And the king is like, follow in my footsteps, walk behind me, follow in my footsteps, and you'll feel less cold. So he does that, and he's warm. Anyway, the moral of it in the last line is that like, ye who now shall bless the poor shall himself find blessing. So if you use your wealth and your power and your rank to help the poor, then you will be blessed. Okay. And it's so funny that that song came to me 2 days ago. And then yesterday, the story of Lady Godiva came to me, because it's literally the story of this wealthy, powerful woman who used her power to go out of her way by getting naked and riding on a horse in order to help the people. It's shitty that her husband didn't just grant her request, that he made her go through this whole fucking song and dance. But I love that she's a queen who's just like, okay, bet, baby, fine. I'm gonna be naked. I'm gonna make everyone look away, and we're gonna do it. And so I love that. I love people using who have wealth and power, using it to help people who do not. And so, yeah, that's what this one is about. That's what like these past couple things is about. I think that is the message that's been coming from the divine. If you are someone who has wealth, who has rank, who has power, you're supposed to be using that to help people who do not, help the poor. And when you do that, when you go out of your way, you're going to have divine protection. So with the good King Wenceslas, whatever, I don't know how to fucking say it. He had this supernatural warmth, he was like, I'm doing it, like walk behind me and you will be warm. We'll survive this. Okay. He had this supernatural warmth to protect him. And Lady Godiva, she was like, okay, I don't want anyone seeing me. I don't want anyone seeing the goods. And the peeping Tom disobeyed, and he was immediately struck blind. God's like, I'm gonna snatch those eyes right out your head. And I love that. And that's what's gonna happen. So we have this fear. I think we're taught, the Matrix, shitty, wealthy people have taught us that like, no, you have to just hoard your wealth and you got to keep it to yourself and you can't go out of your way to help other people. But like, yeah, what I'm getting is that's what you're supposed to do. And the more you do that, the more you circulate your wealth in order to help other people, the more divine protection you're going to get, the more power you have, the more, and the more you're going to make yourself legendary. So, yeah, oh, I did it. So yeah, I'm going to go on a little bit later. And I'm going to do something a little different. I'm going to do a tarot and oracle card reading. I've already pulled the cards, but yeah, I've just received the message that I'm supposed to do that. So yeah, I'm gonna try something different. Yeah, usually I just get on here and I chit chat and tell you the message. But yeah, now this next episode, I'm going to use the cards that I use, and yeah, see how you like it. See what wants to come through. But yeah, anyway, you have your wealth, you have this power, you have divine protection so that you can bless others. You don't have all those things so that you can hoard your wealth or so that you can like use your power to levy abusive taxes and exploit people, or so you can like, I don't know, get away with using the power of the divine to do shisty things. You have your wealth, you have your power, you have your divine protection so that you can help others, so that you can bless others. And when you do that, you will receive more. You will receive more wealth and more power and more divine protection. So, yeah, do that. Simple message. I love it. Okay, also, again, look at these amazing fucking flowers. So beautiful. I'm so loved. Oh my gosh. I have everything is already mine. It's like so amazing. I love it. Beautiful. And I think like these flowers and all the other things, I'm just getting a lot of signs that like a lot of blessings are coming in fast and unexpectedly. So I hope you have been creating space to receive them energetically. If you don't know what I mean, I probably talk about it in a lot of these episodes. So check it out. Yeah. So anyway, that's all I got. If you made it this far, then give me that emoji where they're like, it's like a peeping Tom emoji. They're like looking out between their, I don't want to look. Give me that. Give me a money symbol, a diamond. Give me a crown to symbolize your power. And yeah, like, comment, subscribe, unless you're not cool, in which case, no, get out of here. And yeah, hit the notification bell so you know when I go on. Okay. And yeah, I'm so excited to see what's going to come through and for the future and for the present. All right. I am going to go take a bath, I think. Yeah, and see what comes to me. So in the meantime, bring your forehead on up against the screen, okay? I love you so much. And this is all made up. And yeah. I feel like my nose is kind of running. Sorry if that was gross. Oh, great. And the little thingy is going off. So thank you. And yeah, you are wealthy and you are powerful and you have divine protection so that you can bless others. So don't be doing it like you've seen old white mostly men mostly using their money to like hoard and to dominate and to, I don't know, be nefarious. You're here to use your blessings to bless others. It shall happen. If you bless the poor, so will you be blessed. If you use your power, your wealth, and your bravery to help others, you're going to be a legend, babe. Lady Godiva style. Okay, this thing is annoying me, so I'm going to get up out of here. I love you. Thank you. Salam. And yalla bye, babes. Is this not done? All right. Did you get a good look at my butt though? So hot. Oh, I love that for me. Okay, see you.